Actually, bago pa tayo nagkaroon ng COVID, no, tumataas na talaga yung mga numero ng mga tao na mayroong mental health problems.
Today we'll talk about our feelings, our emotions during these challenging times.
Doktora, up to which point ba masasabing seryoso na yung mental health problem ng isang tao or mental issues niya na kailangan na rin niyang dumulog or magpa-check up?
Sampung buwan na. 10 months of dullness, anxiety, and gloomy nights, aching to see the outside world once again, longing for the busy and crowded streets, classrooms, workplaces, and malls. Everything. 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 Yearning for what was once our simple, yet marvelous everyday life. We are on an enormous battlefield, struggling to survive. Our lives are used as pawns in this match. To be honest, at this point, I don't know what's deadlier. I may be exaggerating, but unfortunately, parang naghihintay na lang tayo kung anong sisira sa atin. Is it the virus? Is it the lack of proper government response? Is it unemployment? Is it poverty? Or in this case, is it our deteriorating mental health?
Statistics shows that mental health-related concerns disorders in the Philippines have been around even before the advent of the novel coronavirus. The COVID-19 public health crisis has led to a spike in known risk factors for mental health conditions, including everything from social isolation to unemployment to overall feelings of insecurity and instability.
We could have been out there enjoying life as it should be. Being able to attend your first day in college and having the opportunity to hang out with your new friends and new classmates. Now, these things that gave us a really blissful feeling wouldn't be a norm in the next few years.
Imagine your life living very much alive, living your life marvelously. Very much excited to welcome 2020, a new beginning, a new start. You're very much excited to face a new decade, to create more memories with your family and friends, to start a new life, change. Looking forward for hope, growth, and potentials. I clearly remember December 2019, I was waiting and countdown for 2020. But as we faced 2020, 2020 gave us a new different story, an opposite of our expectation. 2020 gave us volcanic eruptions, death of innocent people. And the last thing I remember, we spent 10 months in quarantine because of the pandemic. We never experienced such crisis before. And I can't wait to be normal again.
Some people underestimate the students' learning capabilities nowadays since they think that we have it easier. We can study in the comfort of our own homes. We can choose whenever we want to study. We don't have to commute, we don't have to travel, we don't have to ask our parents for allowance since we don't really leave the house. However, the sad reality is that students are barely managing and surviving in online classes. Some drop out in the middle of the school year because they can't keep up with the lessons and the workload. unstable internet connection, fluctuating electricity, and the non-learning conducive household are just a few of the many factors that hinder a student's learning. It's not easy, and it's draining. It sucks the life out of you.
I'm Aaliyah and I will be sharing my thoughts about our current situation.
Hi, my name is Joellene of LANDINGIN, and my experience this pandemic hasn't been the greatest. I have never suffered so much in my entire life.
It surely made me feel uncomfortable.
Yung quarantine, yes, nahinto ang buhay natin. Nalugi ang mga negosyo, naghirap ang mga tao. Pero natutunan ko is, don't take anything for granted. Yung mga simpleng bagay na ginagawa natin noon, na ngayon ay bawal na.
Some would perceive this as mere complaining. However, we should acknowledge mental health because it is real and it is not given the needed attention. Our physical health has no purpose if we don't have a healthy and stable well-being. It is said that having poor mental health is considered to be a risk factor of having a chronic physical state or condition.
These health emergencies may affect a person's safety and well-being, causing anxiety, depression, suicidal urges, insecurity, doubts, self-esteem, emotional isolation, and loss of interest and motivation. However, it is not too late to act on such challenges, since we still have ways to help the people in need. It can be done by acknowledging the situation while raising sufficient funds and awareness to those communities who cannot afford medical access. These bare minimum actions will indeed have a significant effect and the power to save numerous lives.
Along with that, the best mental health response is an end to this pandemic. A strong government response could help put the last chapter of this suffering. After all, we would not have been here if it weren't for the lack of sense of urgency.
In the past 24 hours, more people have recovered from COVID-19 than have caught it.
Pleased to report that today there are no new cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand.
Good news, our 13th consecutive day of no new cases.
What was your immediate reaction when you heard there were no active cases of COVID-19 remaining in New Zealand?
I did a little dance.
We cannot deny that things are getting worse and worse as time goes by. But we encourage everyone to hang in there. Alam kong pagod na tayong lahat, but let's hang in there and hope that we get to see the light at the end of this very long tunnel. I know it would be difficult not to be too hard on yourself, but your feelings are very valid.
Everyone's having a tough time, so we shouldn't try to compare and weigh who struggles the hardest. No comparison and no competition. Let's help each other in keeping our heads above the water.
Caged, confined, trapped. All things seem to fade away in our paths.
All the voices in my head trying to break me in this dark, isolated cage. How can we be free?
Lost in the scars of the outbreak, will we find something to heal this ache?
Hope. Hope is the key to our cage, our only way to survive in this day of age.
Finding the light in the darkness, and sometimes the situation makes it feel like it's endless.
Searching and searching within the nothingness, something is waiting for us at the end. Eternal blissfulness.